about love. Let's talk about one of your favorite topics, Jennifer Lopez.
Girl, let's get this straight. It's not my favorite person. It's a topic.
It's a topic.
So let's clear that up.
Okay.
I'm not a J-Lo fan.
No. I know, but we're gonna talk about it because we've had this long standing debate about J-Lo and her love life. And we just heard that she broke up with Ben Affleck, right? And she had that movie, what was it called?
Greatest Love Story Never Told.
Right.
Which was a documentary of This Is Me Now.
Which he explained that, because I wasn't quite sure. I watched it, but I was so confused. And so what is This Is Me Now? That's what?
Back, I guess, when they first got together, she had an album out, This Is Me, or I don't know. I don't know what her first album was, but it was something to that effect.
Oh, okay.
And she explained in her documentary that when her and Ben came back together 20 years later, it inspired her to sing and everything again because she was in love.
Because she had stopped singing, I guess, for a while.
Well, she hadn't done neither. Girl,
I know. I like her as an actress though, but I'm not saying
I like the way she dances.
If she could dance.
She could dance her butt off. I'm not a J-Lo music fan. I gotta be honest.
I think she's a better actress.
She's a good entertainer.
I do think
I believe that. I'm not crazy about her acting either.
Yeah, no, you don't feel
I think she does well, but she's not. I'm not. Oh, a J-Lo movie, you gotta see it. No, and I'm not hating on her.
Right.
Because we all have preferences.
Right.
It just anyway. I thought she was a great dancer. That's what I will say. I always loved her style and her way that she danced.
Right.
That being said, I felt like she always made her way though. Like she worked hard to do everything opposed to having a natural talent.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
No, I see what you're saying. You're thinking like she didn't. Her talent isn't necessarily what got her there. It was just that she pushed her way to the top.
Yeah, and I guess that put a bad taste in my mouth in some way, which wasn't fair because I don't know her all that, and I didn't follow her enough to really know the truth of everything. But I don't know, from my point of view, I just felt like she pushed her way and worked hard to get everything opposed to a natural flow or a natural talent that put her in a certain place. Anyway, that being said, when this happened with Ben though, because of my love addiction thing, I thought it was a cool story that
I did too now, I have to say.
After all of that
these
time,
years,
they got back together.
Got together.
And I was like, wow, that's really, really cool. So I started paying a little more attention.
Okay.
So then when the documentary came out about This Is Me Now, but the documentary is about the greatest love story never told. It showed me a lot of, to me, who she really is.
Okay, who do you think she really is?
I feel like she was a neglected young girl.
That's true.
And like
she said, let me just for a minute interrupt. She said she was a middle child. Now I've always heard that middle child thing.
Was spoiled or something.
I heard it. I did hear that they have a tendency to feel awkward because they're not the first and not the last. But I have a hard time wrapping my head around the idea that just because you're in the middle, you don't get as much attention as the other children. That's like, really? Is that really the case? I have a hard time understanding that. But it sounds like she was, she did get neglected by her father. She didn't feel loved by her father. So it's the same.
And her mom in a certain way because she's narcissistic and wanted all the attention on her.
You think she is?
I think we catch some things. Even though she was able to point that out in her mother, I think she doesn't realize she has some of those tendencies.
Okay, now in her defense, I think all stars probably have a little bit of that.
But girl,
because you gotta be in front of the camera all the time. You gotta like that attention.
He doesn't. Case in point, Ben Affleck is a megastar to me compared to her. I know her net worth is higher, but to me, he's a blockbuster actor.
An award winning.
An award winning,
Right.
Oscar winning.
Right, Oscar winning writer.
And he hates
the attention
outside of his craft.
Yeah.
He understands that comes with the territory,
Right.
but he doesn't want all of that. Whereas she's like,
yeah.
I mean, to me, it's almost like I'm going to the gym, be there at 9 or whatever.
Okay, but now in this documentary, I was shocked that she let us see her normal face, like without makeup and everything. That had to be.
Girl, but she got joked about that on it. So
They joked her.
Okay, not for not having makeup.
Okay.
But when she took her hair out, her extra hair, it was like, this reminds me of when I was young and I would run around the block.
Like the bangs.
And everybody on TikTok fell out like,
why?
Because they just felt like, come on, girl, bye. I don't know why, but it was a whole lot of people.
You know, J-Lo. Okay, I like J-Lo. Now, I do think she has some things she got to work out with because she doesn't like her. Because I thought, well, in the documentary, she was making fun of herself, which I thought was nice. That she's, what they call it, deprecation or something. When she was saying how she was joking about the 4 husbands she had. And I can't be joking.
You were married twice.
Yeah, but I feel like I could have been married. I came like this close to being married 4 times myself, so I can't really talk about that.
But you did it.
I haven't, but I came very close.
That's good.
That's good. I dodged a bullet a couple times, but she's a star and she's a woman and she makes a lot of money. And women in that position,
she's beautiful.
And she's gorgeous. And women in that position, they're gonna have an extra. It's already hard when women are professionals to find a man they can relate to. It's gonna be even harder when you're famous and you're rich. So you're gonna make more probably mistakes, or you can.
Because the opportunities are vast.
Yeah. Or limited. So when you get somebody that's on your level, you just go for it because you're like, okay, we just have to figure it out. Because you can't just marry somebody walking down the street. I mean, you can. She did. And it didn't work either.
She had no preference. I mean, she married a backup dancer.
She did.
She dated a guy way younger than her, that smart dude, remember?
Yeah.
Not
she didn't
Smart.
Marry him.
His last name was Smart.
Okay, I go ahead and say because I didn't get what he.
They didn't. Casper Smart or something.
Like. But they didn't marry, right?
They didn't marry.
Okay, thank goodness she didn't marry him.
Right.
But that shows you to me that it's the loneliness that comes with that territory where she is in life and her level of success as a woman, particularly, that she kind of, chose those kind of relationships. So, I mean, and if you add on top of it that she didn't feel love on top of it, it's tough. I mean, I can't say I'm understand what she is because I don't have the exact same problem.
And I can't say that either.
Right. But you say you see things in her, you've seen it way before this. I remember we were always talking about that, so wait a minute, let's go back to her and Ben though, because I read that Ben has these mood swings. It sounds like he might have a little bipolar or something. That's what, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was reading, that his dark moods were part of the reason they broke up. You don't buy that though, do you?
I think he definitely has some problems because he was an alcoholic.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he's bipolar.
Right.
I don't know that he's just clinically.
Right.
I think
moody.
Yeah, he has some
issues that he's still.
that he's working through.
Right.
Especially if you needed to bury yourself in alcohol to escape whatever was going on. I think there's a tendency to say, oh, I need to escape.
Right.
And people choose different methods of escape.
They do.
She may choose her career to escape.
Exactly.
Movie after movie or
love. Right.
Whatever, I don't know.
Right.
But clearly there's something with him, that, like with most people, not most people, but a lot of people, you just have to work through some things. But to me, he seemed, even though he may have a tendency to have a time where he's struggling or needing something more than, or not appreciating what is in front of him, because to me he did that with Jennifer Garner. because he cheated.
Right. Oh, he did cheat? I didn't know
He
that.
cheated with the babysitter or something, the nanny. I thought.
What?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up because I'm not all up in their stuff.
I know.
But apparently there was
some kind
some
of infidelity.
infidelity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that was a part of their breakup.
Okay.
However, I do feel like he fell in love with Jennifer.
Yeah, they seem like they really. I mean, because the bottom line is, I'll say this: it is hard.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I know you meant Jennifer Lopez. It's hard to have chemistry after all those years. So for you to have chemistry 20 years later, y'all had something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, he saved all the letters and emails that they had since they started communicating and transpiring.
Right.
I mean, with one another.
Yeah, and that's incredible. First of all, the fact he even wrote them in the first place. And then to say, he saved the copy of,
and then gave them to her at Christmas.
So he never gave it to her at first. He wrote them and just kept
when
them.
they got back together,
he gave
their first Christmas back together. He gave her
all these letters he had written but never given.
And it was called The Greatest Love Story Never Told.
Oh, that's where she gets
that's
the
title. And that's why he was like, if you're telling everybody, then you're taking away from that it was never told. And he was like, some things are personal and private and beautiful because they are private and personal.
So you don't think she got permission to share?
No, she didn't.
Because
he didn't know.
That.
He said he came into the studio
he said the
and they were calling him Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Because she was showing everybody. And that's to me why I have to say I identify with some things that she was doing and saying because it was almost like, see, I'm loved.
Right.
See? Everything I believed in does come true.
Yeah.
You can't have everything because that's what that's why she wanted to put out a movie and a documentary about it because it was like I believed in love and it finally worked. And I think I could have been that little girl like, oh, one day I'm gonna have this and it's gonna finally work.
And that might be what it is in her you don't
like.
Yeah, you don't like
mirror.
Yeah, that might be it. I know you said outside. That's how.
No, it's okay. Because I'm working through it. I'm not gonna put out a documentary. It might be on YouTube, but it ain't gonna be no documentary. Not now, anyway.
But I just dawned on me that might be what it is. Okay, because you're not the kind of woman that hate on women because they got it going on. You're not that way at all. So that's why this has always been fascinating with the issue you had with J-Lo. Because I was like, you're not even that type. But somehow J-Lo just always got to you. Maybe that was it.
Maybe that was my darker side that I knew was somewhere in there, but I was trying to fight it.
Yep. And you saw it in her and it repelled you because that's something you're working on yourself in. And that's deep.
Yeah.
That's something we just figured out. Well.
But I think I recognized that when I saw the documentary because I was like, oh my God. And I said, that could have been me.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh my goodness.
Because even when she was seeing things fall apart within the documentary, she's like, I feel like I'm failing. I'm trying to do everything and it's not working.
Yeah.
But it's because she felt like I have to be perfect in this way and that way. And even though I loved those, she seemed very candid.
Yeah, she was honest about her feelings, and you have to have a certain amount of courage to be able to stand in your artistry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she was like, I think this will work, and I'm just going to stick with it, even though
nobody's participating,
right? And
nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah, and I have to spend my own money.
Yeah,
and it takes strength to do that. So
and the man that she was seeing it wasn't about, but it indirectly was about, which she was saying it was about self-love. But I feel like she even missed that because of everything that transpired after this.
Yeah, so something
still wasn't.
So do you think this movie unraveled their relationship?
I think it was a nail in the coffin. Because, she put it out in February. According to her divorce papers, they were separated April 26th.
Oh,
so it's only a few months after. And he put out a statement like he was in a fever dream.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And
he was in a fever dream being with her. Wow.
And that's crazy to me. Like
in a bubble burst.
Yeah. And then reality setting in. What the heck did I do? He didn't say that part,
right.
but
That's
I mean,
how
it looks like it's playing out that way. Now, that being said, they've been rekindling some kind of time together.
I would like to see them get back together. Because they clearly had something. I don't think it was a fever dream or whatever. Because fever dreams don't generally last, I would think, that long. 20 years? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, but he ran away the first time.
Yeah.
They were getting ready to get married, and 3 days before the wedding, he called it off. He did.
Oh, he called it off.
Yeah, they put out a mutual statement.
Yeah, because even the thing he said was mutual, but he did say, "Do you forgive me?"
Yeah, because and then in her wedding ring now, he had inscribed, "I'm not going anywhere, not period going period anywhere."
Okay.
And clearly
he was going again.
He went and he moved his stuff out the house and bought a $20 million mansion.
Okay.
So you went somewhere.
Yeah, he did. He went again.
And so it makes me go, but clearly that wasn't his intention, because neither one of them had a prenuptial agreement.
That's something. And I heard they did premarital counseling this time.
They did?
That's what I heard. I don't know, I heard before they got married that they were in counseling this time. They wanted to do it right and see what they did wrong the first time. And I'm like, oh man, you still didn't make it. I mean, not that counseling is 100%, but that's a good sign you're going to counseling. That means you really love each other, because especially men don't like to go to counseling. I realized only time in my experience, men only go to counseling when they think the woman's wrong, and they hope the counselor is going to correct her when they get there, and then they're shocked when it's not the case and it's really them. That's a whole nother issue. That's my issues. But the bottom line is, they did do that. I read they did that. So I think I read or heard them say it out of their own mouth. So I'm pretty sure they did. And for them to do that means they care about each other, and they were working on it, really trying to work on it. And for it to fall apart again so soon, because they only been together what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Man.
And so that being said, bringing it back, not that it's back to me, but what fascinated me about her too, because I feel like with my first marriage, I was just trying to prove we're gonna make it, prove to everybody. See, this wasn't just in my head. This is real love. This is this, and it wasn't so much I was in love with him. I was in love with the idea. I don't think that's her case. I don't know. But I do feel like there's something missing, because it's a constant, like he said in the documentary, it's not enough fans, it's not enough pictures, it's not enough success. She's always trying to
fill that void,
prove that she belongs or she deserves.
And she's loved. Yeah,
or she's relevant. Because at 55, I mean, there's no reason to keep going into. She is beautiful,
and she's so
great style. Even if you don't get an Oscar, I mean, that you can have a personal desire to say, "Hey, this is my craft. I want to be recognized for it." I get that,
right? But she does everything. So I mean,
it's like, just be okay
and be happy. I personally don't understand. I'd be so ecstatic if I had that level of success. But at least I think I would. You never know until you get there.
I know.
But but some people are happy with the success they have. So if she's not happy, that does show us something, a void in her that she can't feel, and success is not going to feel that. She needs to find someone else.
And Ben's not going to feel it.
No man can feel that either. That is a deeper.
So that's why it was really funny that she was saying that in her documentary, but still lived out the tragedy of everything she's.
Because she intellectually might understand it, but that doesn't mean down here
that
she really got it. Yeah. So, oh well.
And so it's crazy, because all of this time I was like, I am not a J-Lo fan, and now I literally prayed for her.
Aww.
And I literally am hoping that there's healing, and if it's meant to be, that they stay together.
Yeah, that would be nice. I would like to see that. I mean, I've already lost Will and Jada. I can't just, I don't want to lose J-Lo and Ben Affleck. We just got them back. What were they called? They were called Bennifer. Yeah, we just got them back. And now they're going to be going again. It's like, oh man. So I hope they make it work. Anyway.
But I hope we're not weirdos for being up in their love life.
No, I'm sure everybody's up in their love life.
I know,
Because
clearly.
even Jane Fonda was like, I'm so involved. Remember she?
Yeah. How did she not call that out? Like she totally
she said, you trying
too
hard.
It just seems put on, and I'm just afraid that it's not
gonna fall apart.
gonna work.
You're just pushing it. She called it.
She called it.
Yeah, and she loves her, so
she was a real friend.
Yeah,
and that's what made me respect Jennifer too, because she even put that in the documentary.
Yeah.
Didn't cut it out.
No, that's what
she was straight
really
up.
Honest. I thought it was raw, and she was being honest, telling everybody's point of view.
Yep.
And
even him.
Yeah.
Like that he doesn't want me to do it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like bailing and saying they don't want to. She didn't cut none of that out. It made me respect her.
Yeah.
It really did. It helped me see a different side to her.
Yeah.
Because she for whatever reason came across as a diva and untouchable and just aloof in some ways and not caring. I don't know. It was just stuff I had heard through the years about her and her career and how she treated people and fans and stuff. But this helped me see a different humanistic side of her that I feel like a lot of women could have related to.
Yeah, because she alluded to the fact that she was abused in relationships. Yeah. That's something.
She even said that Puffy was the first time she was cheated on. She didn't say that in this documentary, but I saw that recently that when she was with him, it was the first time she was cheated on to her knowledge. You know.
Yeah. So well, all we can do is, like you said, pray for her, hope the best for her and Ben, because I like to see them, make it work. I have a romantic side sometimes. not serious as yours. I'm a baby romantic, not a big romantic, but I would like to see them work it out, because all those years it seemed like you got something. So why not? And it's got to be hard. You get older, mature. You don't want to grow old alone.
It seems like she may have a bit of limerence too.
Yeah.
Because she romanticized everything to the point where she get married.
Yeah. Every time. I'm like, everybody you date, you don't have to marry,
I do feel like she was super in love with Ben.
Yeah, I do. I agree. And I think some of the other people were just like people she tried to fill the void, but she really wanted Ben.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that. That's why I was hoping it was going to work this time. That's why I was like.
And I think almost losing him again is helping her say, I'll give all of this up if you and I work. I think. And
maybe that's what he needs. Yeah. He needed her to say, you're more important than all this fame. Because, she had enough. How much fame do you need? You had enough. Now you can kind of lay back a little bit and just kind of enjoy life and be your wife, and you do have other interests.
Yes.
And not have to.
And leave that alone.
Right, because you don't have anything to prove.
You don't.
You achieve greatness. So just be happy with what you achieved. I guess that's what he's saying. Something about her is not enough. So, well, I'm holding out hope for him now. Mm-hmm. I think if they still, because they have no reason to get together. They don't have kids together, so if they still get together, go out sometime. Then they miss each other, and they might be trying to make it work. They're still legally married, so until you get divorced, there's still a chance.
Yep.
All right, well, until next time, guys.